The equations that I chose were y equals x squared and y equals 8 minus x squared. I have the graph of the functions here. I also have a graph on my calculator with the parabola up of y equals x squared and the down parabola of 8 minus x squared. To find the area of the region, we have an equation of y of the integral of the first function of x minus the second function of x dx. Our first function is the top y function. Our second function is the bottom y function, which is seen here. I have my top function of 8 minus x squared and my bottom function of x squared. To find the limits of integration, we set it equal to each other. So we have x squared equals 8 minus x squared, which gives 8 equals 2x squared, which is 4 equals x squared, which gives us x equals positive or negative 2. Now to find the area, we have the integral of negative 2 to 2 of 8 minus x squared dx, which I plugged in my calculator, which gave me the final answer of 64 over 3 units squared. Now for part B of the volume of the region, I used the washer method. Now the equation for that is the pi times the integral from a to b of big R squared minus little r squared dx. In this case, we have our big R being 8 minus x squared and our little r being x squared, which in my equation gives me, since we use the same limits of integration, my equation is the volume equals the integral of negative 2 to 2 of 8 minus x squared squared minus x squared squared dx, which gives me a final answer of the volume equals 512 pi over 3 units cubed. Moving on to part C, we have the volume of the solid. Now, our cross-section of our two equations is a semicircle. Find the diameter. I did 8 minus x squared, which gave me 8 minus 2x squared, which also gives the radius of 4 minus x squared. Now, the equation to find the volume is we have the volume of half pi times the integral of the radius squared dx. I plugged it in, again, using the same limits of integration, and I have half pi of the integral from negative 2 to 2 of 4 minus x squared dx, which gave me a final answer of the volume of 256 pi over 15 units cubed.